Well, he's the talk of the baseball world right now, and Andrew Albert's dreams of making the Major League happen this week. Moses Boldu joining me on the desk, and he has more on his monster performance.
You know, the pride of North Battleford spent years waiting for a team to take a chance on him. The Minnesota Twins were that team. We caught up with the 27-year-old's quest to fulfill a lifelong dream.
It's been a long journey for Andrew Albers. Having little luck with some Major League clubs, he called the Minnesota Twins organization in 2011, paying his own expenses just for a tryout. 2 years later, he found himself with their AAA affiliate in Rochester. After a few solid performances, he got the call to join the big club.
The manager called a little bit of an impromptu meeting there and announced to the team that I'd been called up, and there were handshakes and hugs and high fives all around. And we got back at about 4 o'clock in the morning in Rochester and had to pack my stuff real quick and try to hop on a plane at about 8 a.m. that wasn't even there, and ended up having to get on a later flight, and it ended up being quite the day.
Despite the long trip, Andrew was about to make his big league debut in Kansas City, his inspiration in the crowd cheering him on.
My dad, who coached me all the way up through high school and has been there the whole way, to be able to share that moment with him and my sisters and my mom. And the support from home the last week has just been amazing. And then to have guys that I played ball with growing up make the long trip down here just to come watch me pitch, and I was really happy to see them, and they made me chuckle with their sign and the Albers on their chest and things like that, and probably helped me relax a little bit.
The 27-year-old would go on to pitch 8 1/3 of shutout ball, baffling hitter after hitter, earning his first win. Not since the days of Terry Poole 22 years ago has the province of Saskatchewan cheered for a homegrown player in the majors, something that's not lost on the North Battleford product.
And there's a lot of good ball players back home, and to be part of that group is a great honor. And you have a chip on your shoulder when you come from an area like that. You don't get to play all year. You really got to make use of the reps that you do get, and you got to try to work that much harder than everyone else to try to succeed and to try to continue to have success. And for me, I just want to represent the province the right way.
Well, certainly doing a job of that. Let's move on. The 3D Bull Riding Tour makes its 9th stop in Lashburn for the Brad Phipps Memorial. The finishing touches are being laid out at the Lashburn Sports Grounds, as it will be the site for the PBR Canada Touring Pro event Friday night. This is the 10th anniversary of the Phipps Memorial, and organizers expect this year to be bigger and better than before.
We're always trying to set the bar a little bit higher if we can, but we want to make sure people get their money's worth, and we feel that they certainly do. I don't think there's going to be more exciting 2.5 hours than you can spend here with us.
Over $10,000 in prize money will be awarded out, and that has drawn some of the top bull riders on the PBR Tour. Beaton says that the list of talent that will arrive will be nothing short of the best.
St. Lambert, who's #1, is going to be here. Scotty Schiffner, who's been Calgary Stampede many times. Tanner Byrne, who placed in the Calgary Stampede and won $25,000 there. We have riders from Mexico, the U.S., Paraguay, Australia, and New Zealand this year, so it's a phenomenal world event.
The Brad Phipps Memorial will get underway at 7 o'clock once again Friday night. All right, we know who's in the NSRBL final, and we now know when the series will start. The first All-Lloydminster final between the Twins and the Border City Blue Jays will begin Wednesday, August 14th. Game 2 will be scheduled for Sunday, August 18th, and if necessary, Game 3 will be held the following Monday. All contests will be played at Legion Ballpark. That should be a great one. Once again, an all-Lloydminster final. That's your first look at sports. Gerard is up next with weather. There's also a bit of a weather delay, but that's what we can give you. Meanwhile, the Lloydminster AA Midgets will be representing Saskatchewan in 1 week's time as they head to Swift Current for Westerns. Now, guiding the team to their recent success has been their team MVP, Blake Robertson. Matt Schumont has more on the ace in this week's Superstar Next Door.
Blake Robertson has been a baseball player through and through, getting a lot of help and encouragement from his dad.
He's been a ball player all his life and didn't get the opportunities I did growing up in a small town, and yeah, so he got me into it and just kept going with it.
Blake led the team in innings pitched and strikeouts, punching out 18 batters. Always having a strong arm, he has gone to many camps to tweak some of his mechanics.
Just in my younger years, I could throw decently hard, and I went to inside pitch a couple years and taught me mechanics and stuff, and and my dad always taught me mental mindset is a big thing, and that helped me out a lot.
Not only having a good year on the mound, Blake also had a phenomenal year at the plate, finishing with a .437 batting average. His numbers were good enough to crown him as the team's most valuable player.
I had no idea I was. Like, my mom just went on the website, and yeah, that's really cool. Like, just to come in, you know, not being a local guy or anything, and yeah, that was awesome.
There's times that he's taken the ball and hasn't had his best stuff, and he's found a way to fight through that. When he's at the plate, you know, I don't know how many times he's gotten big 2-strike hits, so, you know, he's bearing down when he has to.
Matt Schumont, Newcap Sports.